Okay. What's up, YouTube? HTJ, and I'm coming at you guys with a new deck profile. Um, I wanted to try to branch out and see what the response would be if I did branch out. So I decided to go for another variation of another archetype and see how that goes, because I have played other, archetypes and stuff in this game outside of Harpies, and I wanted to see what the response would be, um, once again, if I did such, and hopefully that it goes well. Because, I am technically known for, or have now pronounced myself to be known for being very Harpy oriented. So, I have other deck profiles and stuff put on the channel, but you know, I guess more so it's just a lot of people have gone towards the Harvey portion of it. So, like, that's pretty much what I strayed on to, and then just the fact that a lot of people have a more positive response to me playing Harpies as opposed to me playing other archetypes. So I wanted to see exactly how, quote, well, people would take my change. Hopefully it goes well, because I really did try to put my all into, trying something new. So I do hope the response is well appreciated. Eh. So yeah, I want to stop rambling because it's gonna try to make the deck a little longer. So what's it with this deck? So okay, I at first wanted to, well, I pretty much had the idea of wanting to build an Amazoness deck, but I kind of just fell through a lot, just because, support and having to go reach for a lot of it and all that. So I did decide to say, well, okay, if I want to do this right, let's at least do it with some type of confidence. So I just ran to one of the easiest sites I could find at the moment, and just went for excuse me, I just went for Amazoness, because they kind of have the same like concept of Harpy, full female archetype. You just switch the attributes in the typing, and then some of the support, which isn't too bad because their Earth attribute, their warrior, then you have like their beast monsters who aren't really, quote, beast. Well, they're beast, but they're, aren't dragon. So that, like, with the Harpies pets instead of the Amazoness tigers and stuff, they're just a whole lot of, instead of this attribute, instead of this type, but they're all female oriented and stuff like that. So it kind of works with what I normally play. And trust me, you'll see a lot of that in a lot of my uploads. But I did want to have some fun with this. I wanted to also have fun with their new monsters, Amazoness Tiger, Amazoness Liger, and Amazoness Empress. Because, my god, these two monsters are amazing. I wish we did get them in the pack they came in before this split into Master Rule 4. But unfortunately that did not happen. However, what I can say is I did see a lot of people pushing through with the new support, and my god, it is amazing. This is really good too. So I just wanted to, try to branch out and see how well it goes. So with that said and done, let's go into this. So for my deck, I'm running 3 Queen, 2 Paladin, 3 Swordswomen, 2 Sage, 2 Tiger, 2 Baby Tiger, 3 Princess, and 3 Spy. Now there's nothing, like, I love all portions of it, and just the way the aspect of, now that we have these monsters, Queen protects her monsters from being destroyed by battle. And with Empress and her ability, you really get a large portion of defending the Amazon archetype from being destroyed by battle on card effect. And a lot of these monsters do work. The only one that doesn't really work well is Spy, but Spy is more of a setup monster. Because Spy, if it's destroyed by battle, you can add an Amazoness monster from your deck to your hand, so you can really correspond those two and really work off of that. Amazoness Swordswoman just gives, forces your opponent to take the damage instead of you, which isn't a bad concept at all. And then you have Amazoness Princess. I'll talk about Princess first, then I'll talk about Pet Tiger. So Princess treats herself as queen while she's on the field or in the graveyard. So that helps with a lot of the corresponding effects, especially when it comes to Empress, who I'll talk about, as well as all the defensive stuff that can really pull off. If it gets the chance, because I love what that can pull off with their corresponding effects. Especially because Tiger can, Tiger can protect the monster from being targeted for attack, as well as Liger, and then just the whole, she can search for spells and traps, and she can send stuff to the deck. She says summon monsters, and then she can send stuff in the graveyard back to the deck. So you get a ton of just synergy that I wish the Harpies had gotten in a lot of their new support. So hopefully next time, we'll get some really cool support, and it could really help out the Harpie archetype. Because I'm going to be contrasting both of them. Not because they're pretty much neck and neck, almost the exact same thing, but just the fact that they were pretty much in the same anime players deck, and that they can just do so much versatility when it comes to. Okay, next, what am I going to talk about? The next thing I should talk about is Tiger and Baby Tiger. So Baby Tiger says Amazoness Tiger was on the field and graveyard. So it does conflict with Amazoness Tiger's effective. There will be one Tiger on the field. In conjunction, Baby Tiger gains attack equal to the number. Gains 100 attack equal to the number of Amazoness monsters in the Amazoness cards in the graveyard. So that includes spells and traps. If Princess hasn't sent the spells and traps back to the deck, or she hasn't summoned the monster. So, you really get a ton of synergy between these two. Between this monster and a lot of the new support and old support. It just works so well. Then, let's stay on top of Sage. Yeah, Sage is pretty much, a battle that involves her, she destroys a spell or trap after damage calculation. Tiger gains 400 attack for each face-up Amazoness card that you control, and that you can control one of it. And Queen is pretty much, your Amazoness monster can be destroyed by battle. And Paladin gains 100 attack. It's not like Tiger and stuff, but she has her purpose for being here, and it's just to help, of course, with the fusion summon and stuff like that. So let's go into the spells. Rocking 3 Village. Village is really awesome. In conjunctions with Amazoness Call, which I'm running 3 of. I'm running 3 Polymerization, 2 Fusion Recovery, 2 Amazoness Heirloom, 1 Raigeki, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Reinforcement Army, 1 Terraforming. So Amazoness Heirloom, pretty much if you equip it to an Amazoness monster, you only be equipped to an Amazoness monster, the monster cannot be destroyed by battle. And if a monster tries to destroy it gets destroyed. If a monster, when an equipped monster attacks after damage calculation, destroy the monster that attacked it, or that it attacked, in case the monster could destroy the attacked monster. Yeah, destroy the attacked monster. So pretty much, even if the monster isn't destroyed, say we could stand on a Swordswoman, your opponent would take the damage, and then that monster would be destroyed because Heirloom's equipped to her, and the fact that the monster can't, she couldn't be destroyed, which rocks. You have Amazoness Call, which pretty much, if you take one Amazoness card from your deck that isn't Amazoness Call, and either add it to your hand or send it to your graveyard, which works well with the trap card, which I'll talk about because I'm only running one trap anyway. But I'm running multiples of it. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target one Amazon monster you control. That monster can attack all monsters your opponent controls at least once. And your other monsters cannot attack. So that's not too bad, but with the combination of what Liger does, in a combination with this card, amazing. Fusion Recovery and Polymerization are here because they work well with Tiger and Liger and Empress. And then, of course, we have Amazoness Village. Gives 200 attack and defense to all Amazoness monsters you control. Amazoness monsters, Amazon monsters you control. I'm trying to remember what it was. Yeah, Amazoness monsters you control. If an Amazon monster you control is destroyed idle or card effect, you can search one Amazoness monster from your deck whose level is lower than the one that was destroyed, or equal to the one that was destroyed. Excuse me. So you can get Amazon's Queen, you can get your Paladin, your Empress, your Tiger, stuff like that. So I'm sorry, not Empress, but you can get your main deck monsters to the board, and they can really go in for their plays and not really have to worry about much. Terraforming is here to search for your Amazoness village in case you can't get to your call. You got the Rhoda to search for them because, of course, all these warrior monsters. What else is it? We have polymerization, fusion recovery for your fusion. And Regular King Dark Lord is here to destroy your opponent's massive monster. I didn't really count for spells and traps, so I might take out Heirloom to put in like MSTs or Twin Twisters, because this deck does have really great work with the graveyard. And then my last card is the Amazoness Ambush. Now, I want to read this very carefully because this is the only spell, but every effect of this this is only trap in the deck, but this trap is just amazing. During your battle phase, once a turn, you can summon one Amazoness monster from your hand, and if you do, you gain 500 attack until the end of the turn, even if this card leaves the field. So it gets board presence. Then, if an Amazon monster you control battles an opponent's monster, after damage calculation, you can banish that monster. So if the monster's in defense position and you can't really get over it with stuff, or say it's immune to being destroyed by a card effect, bam, you can just banish it. Oh, and then if this card leaves the field and sent to your graveyard, you can still summon an Amazoness monster from your graveyard. So say if you have an Amazoness monster, fusion monster in your graveyard, bam, you can just summon one of them. And they've already been fusions summoned, so it counts to the whole, because I don't think they have a restriction of being, so no, they don't. So you can easily summon them, and then they can do their effects. So see how this works? The new cards just really support it so well. That's why I'm so pissed that I wish Harpies had a lot of these variation of cards, because this card would have been amazing if it's if a Harpie monster you control by battle, you start summoning a Harpie monster from your hand. You can do so much synergetic stuff. So I'm going to talk about their new 2 monsters. But before I get into that shit, because actually outside of these is just pretty much themselves. Amazoness Pet Liger. You need an Amazoness Tiger and one Amazoness monster for the fusion summon. If this card attacks during damage calculation, it gains 500 attack. So it pretty much becomes a 1300 attacker. Then, if an Amazoness monster you control battles an opponent's monster, after the calculation, you target one face-up monster your opponent controls. That monster loses 800 attack, so you pretty much hit your opponent's monster, life attack points down, so that your monsters can do some damage to them, or they can get them out of the way. Then, the next effect, which is pretty much like what the original Tiger has. If this card is on the field, your opponent can only attack it. So it's not too bad, but it's all the other effects I think are just simply amazing. And the fact that it can lower a difficult monster's attack down, it gains attack. But the Empress is why I really love this deck, because she is amazing. So let's talk about Empress. Empress needs an Amazoness queen and one Amazoness monster. So if you think about it, Princess is queen while she's on the field in the graveyard. So, bam, that's one little tactic out the way. Then, other Amazoness monsters you control cannot be destroyed in battle or card effect. And that's what leads a lot of rush into an Empress, because the Empress can protect those Amazoness monsters. And the fact that she can really help them deal with a lot of the issues of being destroyed by card effects. Especially when it goes into that part of the game where, when you look at the game now, you will really need to deal with being destroyed by card effects as opposed to being destroyed by battle. Then, what's the next move? If your Amazon's monster attacks, if it inflicts piercing damage to your opponent, so make sure your Amazon's monster piercers. Which in some cases isn't too bad. Unless you're like swinging with Amazon's Tiger and that thing swinging for 3k, so you can do some damage to your opponent from there. Then her last effect, if this card was fusion summon card, is just leaves the field by your opponent's card effect or battle. You can also summon an Amazon's queen from your hand, deck, or graveyard. And that right there is the kicker, because you can go for Amazoness Princess, who is treated as queen while she's on the field of the graveyard, and she has those effects to help deal with field presence and stuff like that. So, like, you get all these utilized forms and all this, like, crazy shenanigans out of Amazoness, the new Amazoness support, and it synergizes so well. So that's part of the reason why I wanted to build this, is because, wow, look how well this synergizes. They are commons, and I heard they're like commons and stuff now, because they were in circuit break. I was questioning if I wanted circuit break, but I don't know. Still kind of question if I want circuit break or not. Ugh. Sorry guys, something else had distracted me. But yeah, like, if you guys, like, this was something I wanted to look up on and build up on and stuff, and thank God I did, because, like, a lot of stuff is amazing. Like, oh my God, that is awesome what these guys can do. So yeah, I know, guys, this is gonna be a long video. But let's go into the rest of the extra deck, which is just some pretty staple stuff. Like, I'm running the Utopia lineup: Utopia Array, and Utopia the Lightning, if the picture could get to. Castell, Direwolf, Gaga Samurai, Gaga Cowboy, and a Bitch Dweller, just because to fit in. Yeah. But then in my extra deck, I'm also running my one linked monster, but I'm running 3 sets of, and it synergizes well with its attribute. That's, of course, Mollis Radiant. 2 Earth monsters. All Earth monsters gain 500 attack and defense. All Wind monsters lose 400 attack and defense. This card is destroyed by battle card effect. You can target one Earth monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. You only use this effect of Malice Radiant once a turn. That is not bad, because it helps you, like I said, cycle. Only can cycle itself, but it does give you that option. But putting Radiant on the board gives your Harpies. Sorry, this isn't Great Fly. But it gives your Winged Beast. It gives all your Earth. I'm sorry, because Harpies. It gives all your Earth monsters that additional attack power, especially Liger and Empress, who can finally get over stuff, and because they can't be destroyed, and if they're combined with it, like the other the other Amazoness, the Amazoness can be destroyed by battle, can be destroyed by card effect, and can deal with a lot of their damage, get rid of stuff, and just really, like, defend the board. So Okay, I've been over everything. I'm not gonna try to stretch this out any longer than I have. So I want to thank you guys for for watching. I want to thank you guys for all the support. I hope this goes well. Do apologize for my stumble and stuff because this is kind of like last minute, but I hope you guys do enjoy this. Like, comment, subscribe. Um, until next time, HPJ signing out. Take care.